Good morning, everybody. A big crowd today.
We'll open up the Q&A.
So, Matvei, can you take us through the process of ending the contract with St. Petersburg and signing with the Flyers and coming here today?
Можешь рассказать, как закончился контракт в России и как ты подписал контракт здесь?
У меня была мечта играть в НХЛ, и клуб СКА пошел мне навстречу, все сделал возможное для моей мечты, за это я им очень благодарен, и теперь я нахожусь здесь и очень счастлив этому.
He had a dream to play in NHL. This club SKA make it possible and release him, and now he's here.
Danny, maybe can you just take us into what it was like getting Matvei here over the past couple of weeks? I gotta imagine it was kind of a long journey, long process.
Yeah. We started, hearing rumblings after the season that there was a possibility of it happening. We talked to his representatives, his agents, and to help us understanding what was going on. They did most of the work, and it was definitely exciting to more when we realized that there's a strong possibility that it could happen. But it was definitely a long wait. When we drafted him last year, we never thought this would happen. Part of the reason why he fell to us, because he would have gone a lot earlier. We knew that. We felt we were in a position to be able to wait the 3 years for him to come. So to have this opportunity, is amazing. To get him early at 19 years old, to learn, under a coach like Torts and the coaching staff that we have, I think it's a great opportunity for him and for us to have him early.
Some people have called him the savior of this team. Do you embrace that label, or do you dismiss it and not really think about that?
Некоторые люди называют тебя, то, что ты эту команду подтянешь, выведешь, сохранишь. Ты чувствуешь себя, то, что это к тебе относится, или ты просто играть приехал?
Нет, у меня всегда была задача по жизни это выигрывать, и я сделаю все возможное, чтобы помочь команде добиться как можно больше побед и кубков.
The main idea always was to win, drive to win, and he's here to help the team to win.
Просто играть это не для меня. Моя задача всегда выигрывать.
Just to play, not his style, and he's here to win.
Matvei, how much contact did you have with the Flyers during the past season when you were in Sochi? And, what do you have to do you think, to, get ready, acclimate yourself to NHL hockey? What parts of your game do you want to maybe change or improve upon?
Как часто у тебя был контакт с Флайерсами, когда ты играл в Сочи? И что ты думаешь по поводу адаптации в НХЛ? Что ты считаешь, что тебе нужно поменять в твоей игре?
Да, конечно, довольно-таки часто созванивались, списывались. Флайерс следил за моей игрой, подсказывал на нюансы, которые стоит исправить, чтобы лучшая адаптация пришла тогда, когда я приеду сюда. И сегодня второй день здесь, и все пытаюсь прийти в себя после долгих перелетов, но, слава богу, сегодня уже полегче. Сегодня покатался, потренировался и чувствую себя отлично.
Flyers was in contact a lot, not just on the phone, the text message and etc. So they was watching him play and tell him what he can do different in the game while he's in Sochi. For the second question is, it's the second day. It was a very long flight day, travel day for him. He was on the ice today. He feels better, and he will get better and better.
Danny, the flip side of the question of he's the savior of the organization. Your role now, is that to temper expectations so people don't put too much on the shoulders of a 19-year-old?
Yeah, we don't see him as a savior. That's certainly not what we're putting on his shoulder. He's 19 years old. He's coming in to learn, to expand his game, and obviously we hope that the sky's the limit for him. But certainly not. We're not expecting him to be the savior of this team. We're building a team that's going to have many pieces to work together, and we're hoping that he becomes one of them.
Danny, what's this moment like for you? I mean, he fell to 7. You had the chance to take him. You had the expectation that he wouldn't be here for 3 years, but he's here a year after. What's for you? What's this moment like?
I didn't expect it, to be honest. I mean, it's pretty amazing. When we drafted him, we had no expectation of him coming in until his contract was done. Like I said earlier, that's the reason why he fell, because he would have gone, in the top probably 2 or 3 at the most. So, it's a great break for us, for the organization, to have him early, to have him at 19. I know I've said this a few times before, but the chance for him to learn under Torts, we all know that he's gifted offensively, very, very talented, but he's going to have the chance to learn under Torts, to play the other side of the ice as well, and that gets me excited that he's going to get that base early on. I think it's just going to make him better for the rest of his career.
This one's for Matvei. I think it's undeniable that Philadelphia sports fans, Flyers fans, are extremely excited. You see it on social media, you see it when you talk to fans, but how aware are you of how excited they are, or do you kind of just tune all that out?
Нельзя говорить, что ты не видел, не слышал, как фанаты относятся к твоему приезду сюда. Насколько ты видел это, или ты читаешь это, как ты к этому относишься?
Да, это нереальная поддержка, в первую очередь, фанатов Flyers. Очень круто, что так любят хоккей, и очень тепло меня встретили, очень благодарен им, и надеюсь, что... Точнее, не надеюсь, а уверен в том, что они будут приходить также на матчи, поддерживать нашу команду, но от нас самая главная задача — это показывать наилучший хоккей и выигрывать каждый матч, на который они будут приходить. Это та задача, над которой нам нужно работать сейчас.
It's unreal how the fans react and how welcome he felt here coming in. At the same time, the main idea right now is getting ready and show the hockey, really good hockey for the fans, and play the best game they can play.
Matvei, have you spoken to John Tortorella yet, or exchanged texts with him, and what's the exchange been like?
Ты разговаривал с Джоном уже, или по текстам, или просто разговаривал?
Честно говоря, мы еще не виделись, но я с нетерпением жду нашей встречи. Очень хотел бы, чтобы она произошла в скором времени.
Truthfully, he did not met him yet, but he is waiting, and he wants to meet with the coach.
Matvei, I remember at the draft last summer, you remembered your dad and said your dad always wanted you to play in the NHL and get drafted. Just how special is this moment where he's realizing his NHL dream? I imagine he's been thinking about his dad.
Он помнит, когда ты на драфте был, ты говорил, что твой папа хотел всегда, чтобы ты играл в НХЛ. Как ты себя чувствуешь, то, что вот сейчас это происходит? Папа был бы доволен, счастлив?
Пока что я еще не понимаю, как себя чувствую, но как во сне, как будто бы, да, это еще не верится в это, то, что я здесь сейчас, но со временем, думаю, пройдет эта акклиматизация, и буду чувствовать себя очень хорошо и уверенно. Я думаю, что папа гордился бы мной, но хотелось бы выиграть в честь него и Кубок Стэнли, и все трофеи, которые возможны.
It's not settled yet. He doesn't feel real. It feels like a dream. He's still kind of just coming in yet as of right now. But he thinks the father would be really proud, and he wants to help the team and win with the team Stanley Cup and all cups possible.
Сыграть в НХЛ может каждый, а выиграть единицы.
Playing in NHL can be doing a lot of guys, but winning not a lot.
Danny, with regards to Matvei kind of getting used to a new country, a new organization, what are the Flyers doing to make that process as seamless as possible for him?
Yeah, I mean it's never easy what he's going through. I was telling him yesterday that when I was 19, I came to the U.S. I didn't speak English. Also, in hockey, terms helped me navigate and learn the language, because you can understand the terms, and then that's how you learn to make sentences, and eventually you start to get the jokes. I had a hard time with that as well too, but the culture is totally different coming from Canada to the US versus coming from Russia, so it's not going to be easy for him. What do we try to do? We start with a tutor. That's the first thing that we're going to try to help him with. Obviously re-signing Zamula, bringing in Fedotov at the end of last season. Those are guys that hopefully will be able to help them. But we also have a pretty tight locker room. Guys like Nick Delorier and Garnet Hathaway, just to start with those two guys, Eric Johnson, that are great veterans that understand, that have been around a long time, and make sure that he fits in, and they're going to help him out. They're going to go out of their way to make that. And that's why having good veterans is a key when you bring young guys, out of their kind of comfort. Is really important. So those are little things, and everything we're going to find or be able to help them along the way, we're going to try to do our best.
I think you said on the Organa show this morning that Matvei's mom and little brother are coming over.
Yeah, as far as we know, like eventually, in a month and a half, that's the plan. Plans can always go sideways, but I think that's the plan eventually. So it'd be good to have his mom and his little brother with him. That's also something that's going to help him a lot.
Matvei, when did you maybe learn that this was possible? How long ago did you learn that you could potentially come over here, and how I guess how frustrating or how smooth was the process for you to get here?
Когда ты узнал, что ты сюда можешь приехать, и насколько процесс был комфортный, некомфортный от приезда?
Процесс был тяжелый, да, долгий, но он меня не касался никак. Этим занимались мои представители и представители Flyers СК, клубы между собой договаривались. Я в этом процессе никак не участвовал. Я просто продолжал тренироваться и готовиться ко всему, что бы то ни было. И, к счастью для меня, сложилось так, что я сейчас здесь, я очень счастлив, и спасибо руководству Flyers и болельщикам, которые меня ждали. Я очень рад здесь находиться сейчас с вами.
Process was long, but it was not. He was not involved in it. Between SKA and Flyers, there was a negotiation, and the process was not in any ways was taking him out. His main thing was getting ready for come over and play here, and что ты еще сказал в конце?
То, что я рад здесь находиться, то, что спасибо.
Very happy to be here. Thanks for the fans, and looking forward to play here.
Matvei, players such as Eric Johnson said they've been in contact with you on Instagram messages. Have you talked to anybody else on this current team through social media or just communication, any type of way?
Игроки, как Эрик Джонсон, с тобой сконтактировали на social media. Ты с кем-нибудь еще из игроков был в контакте?
Да, конечно, и с Эриком был в контакте, и с русскими ребятами, с Ваней Федотовым, с Егором Замулой. Еще писали ребята, капитан команды писал, и очень тепло меня встретили, я очень рад, и я отвечу всем таким же теплом к ним, и очень благодарен ребятам. Надеюсь, что в дальнейшем познакомимся с ними вживую и будем еще ближе друг к другу.
A lot of guys was in contact. Ivan, Igor, the captain of the team, reached out. He was thankful. He's thankful for a warm welcome. Looking forward to meet everybody personally, and looking forward to the great season.
We also, just on that, we also showed him a video of his a fight between Nick and in a Rangers game last year. We told him it's his new best friend coming in soon.
How much English does he know now, and how comforting is it to have a couple Russians on the team with him to help him navigate the language?
Насколько ты знаешь английский на данный момент, и насколько это хорошо, что Насколько поможет, ты считаешь, поможет то, что несколько русских на команде?
Да, конечно, люди, которые знают русский язык, и они находятся рядом, это всегда приятно, в помощь мне идет в данный момент, потому что сейчас второй день в Филадельфии, вот, и с языковым барьером немного трудностей, вот, но я стараюсь с каждым днем все больше и больше понимать, что мне говорят, и надеюсь, что скоро, что и отвечать тоже буду по-английски.
It's really comfortable to have somebody that speaks native languages on the team, but he's every day getting more and more English, so hopefully soon he will be able not just listen, but reply, answer.
Do a few more questions. Matvei, you came off the plane with the Phillies hat. How long have you had that hat, and whose idea was that?
Ты приехал в кепке из Филли кепка. Как долго-то она у тебя находится, и чья идея была это?
Да, идея общая была, да, все знают то, что здесь есть бейсбольная хорошая, лучшая команда, поэтому с удовольствием бы в ближайшее время сходил на нее и познакомился там с игроками, с командой. Мне интересно всегда было, как это люди находятся и как работают в другом виде спорта, поэтому будем болеть за эту команду бейсбольную.
Idea was the mutual idea. Everybody come up with that. He knows there's a baseball team at Philadelphia, one of the best, and he's want to go meet with the players, watch the game, and just he knows there's one of the best teams here.
Favorite player?
Favorite player? Я забыл.
He don't remember the favorite player.
Danny, you talked about the importance of coaching and whatnot, but obviously there's a language gap there in terms of the coaches, John Tortorella and whatnot. How are you guys going to make that work logistically? Like, are you going to have a translator around? Do you believe that that's not going to be an issue because of the universality of hockey terminology, things like that?
Yeah, from my own personal experience with that, it'll take a couple months for him to feel more and more comfortable. The hockey terms are very similar. I'm not worried about that, especially with him being here, right, 2 months early. He's going to feel more and more comfortable. And with torts, sometimes words are not necessarily have to be spoken. So I'm really not worried. I think by the time training camp starts and his regular season starts, he'll feel comfortable and it won't be an issue.
Danny, your roster really didn't change all that much from the end of last season. Just from a pure hockey standpoint, from a skill standpoint, what can he add to the group?
Another level of skill. A few things have changed, but for me, it's the growth, internal growth. Our younger guys are getting a year older, a little bit more mature. So to add a player of his talent level is just hopefully eventually going to make us a better team, and that's why where we're at in our timeline, it's kind of a good timing to bring him in and expose him to our style of play.
Matvei, for you, what do you hope to bring to the lineup on a nightly basis?
Что ты думаешь, ты добавишь в команде на играх на каждый день?
Я надеюсь, что добавлю прежде всего молодую кровь, голов, что все от меня ждут. Хочу каждую игру побеждать и буду делать все возможное для победы команды. Что мне скажут делать, то я буду делать. Я буду делать большой объем работы, чтобы команда выиграла. И тут большие надежды возлагают мне и фанаты. Я не могу как-то плохо подготовиться к сезону, к руководству мне, думаю, что доверяю, да, так тепло встретили меня. Я должен ответить максимальностью своей стороны и всем тем же самым, что дают мне в данный момент. И будем выигрывать.
Okay. First of all, bring the young blood to the team. Put the goals on the scoreboard. Help the team win night after night, so the fans can be coming and enjoying the games more and more, and help the team basically to win the whole thing.
Last one.
Have you set any goals for your rookie year, like as far as goals, points, that type of thing?
Ты какую-нибудь себе задачу, план какой-нибудь на первый год по голам, по ассистентам, что-нибудь у тебя что-нибудь в планах есть в голове?
Да, в планах, конечно, есть, но, думаю, первая задача — это чтобы команда попала в плей-офф и забралась как можно выше по турнирной таблице. Вот, а свои личные цели есть в голове, но они всегда как бы есть были, будут, но это в себе, во мне, как бы, я не готов говорить об этом.
The first plan for the team to make the playoffs and get in the playoffs. For him personal plans, he would keep it to himself. They are there, but he will keep them to himself.
Но задачи самые высокие.
The go all the way.